Sunday, July 3rd, the venue Wade Park Orange, and a bumper crowd on hand for the Great Britain versus Western Division tour match. For Great Britain, the match a major build-up to their third test preparations, with several test spots up for grabs. Just looking at the two sides, first up, for Great Britain, the fullback is Ian Wilkinson. On the wings, Carl Gibson and Martin Afire. The centre three-quarters, Andy Currier and Darren Wright. Ellery Hanley is 5'8" and also captain of the side. Mike Ford is the halfback. Mike Gregory in the lock position. Paul Hume and Carl Fairbank, the two second rowers. The front row, Hugh Waddell and Brian Case as props, and Paul Groves as the hooker. For Western Division, the fullback is Rod Frail. Wingers, Wilfred Williams and Rod Newman. Steve Casey and Mark Smith in the centres. Rob Clark is the 5'8". Lee Douglas at halfback. Neil Moy, the captain of the side, as lock. Michael Peachy and Mal Fitzgerald in the second rower, with Bill McAnally and Ross Gibson in the front row, along with hooker Mitch Luca. So everything's set now for a tremendous match. Firstly, though, just like a word of thanks, though, to Pat and Robin Tilston and also Orange City Council for supplying materials for our new camera location. I'm sure you'll appreciate the shots throughout the match. So now it's to the kick-off, and joining me in the commentary, Great Britain Test half, Andy Gregory. The referee for today's fixture is Mr. Phil Robinson of Moree in Western Division to kick off. And joining me in the commentary today, as I said before, is Andy Gregory. And Andy, of course, the test half, also the Wigan half. Andy, a lot of your players out there today looking for test spots.
Yeah, they certainly are. You know, the lads have, keyed up, especially after the defeat on Tuesday. And I think you can see, hopefully, a big performance from the lads today.
Quite a few forward spots possibly still open there.
Yeah, I think, one prop forward positions open, with Kevin Waddle vacate the other one, but I think everybody out there today's got, they want to do well for Great Britain today, and hopefully, we'll see some big performances.
So England kicking downfield, first off and taken there by Rod Frail. Western Division now in the attack just outside their own quarter. Strong run there, straight away by Rob Newman. Rossi Gibson now. Gibson, of course, this is his second time against the Great Britain side, having played here at Wade Park back in 1979. Western Division now once again taking it up. Linesman coming in with the flag up. There's been an indiscretion somewhere there in a tackle. Ellery Hanley there being spoken to. Ross Gibson eventually. Use of the knee, so penalty going to Great Britain. And the first penalty of the match. Andy Currier, around the corner style kicker, lines this one up. He's about 35 odd metres out. There's the ball coming straight back in, but it's not going to curl round far enough, and taken in goal there by Frail. Western Division now running away from their own line. Mitch Luca. He's caught there straight away by Carl Fairbank. Penalty going to Western Division, and through a few twists going here. It's a little bit of very early match jitters, I'd say. Taking it up once again there, caught straight away by Waddell and also Groves. Rod Newman coming in to do some of the forwards work. Western Division once again about 10 metres out from halfway. Bill McAnally taking it up hard. He's caught straight away there by Fairbank. Lee Douglas for Rob Clark. Mark Smith, an explosive centre on his day, Mark Smith. But Mike Gregory's there to bring him down along with Ellery Hanley. Luca, little chip there from dummy half. Wilkinson back here to cover for Great Britain. And he's met straight away solidly there by Ross Gibson. Some assistance from Neil Moy, the captain of the Western Division side. Fire, taking it away from dummy half, but he's forced backwards. Lee Douglas, and there was some good defence once again, Moy. Western Division being penalised for not getting off the player. So a little bit of pressure straight away off there again for Great Britain. Penalty going their way. Andy Currier to look for the near side touchline.
Groves to take the tap. Effort forward, finally gets it on to Brian Case. He's met with some solid defence. McNally in there once again with Mal Fitzgerald. It's the other prop forward now there, and Hugh Waddell. Groves once again at dummy half, switches on the blind side here to Gregory dummies. Decides to try and get out of it. Bumps off one tackle, two tackles, gets a one-handed pass away. It's gone loose. And the knock-on to be played. Looking there early, Andy. The forwards, of course, the English forwards always regarded for the good ball work, and straight away trying to use that ball.
Yeah, that's it. You know, like Mike, unfortunately, he just got knocked down. But you know, players, you know, they tend to, you know, the Aussies type, you know, just stereotype, take it up, but you know, players, you know, to release the ball.
Mal Fitzgerald taking it there now, about 12 metres away from the quarter line for Western Division. Luca in a dummy half. Ross Gibson once again involved very heavily early. Manages to get his pass back once again to Luca, but he's wrapped up there by Fairbank. All going loose there. Just waited for the referee's decision and finally decides to put the scrum down. Ball being lost in attack. Andy, yourself carrying a little bit of an injury.
Yeah, just
should be right for the next test, though.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope to be, you know, fit enough to play on Tuesday night. But I'll see how it goes. And you know, we came over. You know, we all want to play in test matches, and I want to be in the third one.
Waddell charging his way upfield. Good run from the big prop. Plays for the Oldham club. Chip kick there by Ford. Back there for Rod Frail. Good work done there by Moy. Frails are wrapped up. Plenty of white jumpers over there to stop his progress. Wilfred Williams going for a run from dummy half. This is where he's explosive. Williams decides to put the kick in. He's got plenty of pace. But fires back there for Great Britain. They should be able to clean this one up. Wilfred's chasing him, looking for the tackle, and finally brings him down. Wilfred Williams, of course, from Cowra, ex-Eastern Suburbs as well, so plenty of experience there. Great Britain, though, taking it away once again through the forwards. Forward to half-back. Here's straight back way there to Fairbank. Groves coming away with it. Ford hunted there to Hanley. He bumps off Mark Smith's tackle. And knocked on. Out there in the centres, playing the advantage, Mr. Robinson. And Western Division coming up with it. Luca himself from dummy half, but there's no way through there. Groves and Gregory combined to bring him down. Bill McAnally, a big charge straight up the middle of the ruck. Ross Gibson once again, running a little crossfield out. And a swarm of white jumpers there to bring him down. Plays it forward, Gibson. His progress stopped though by Fairbank, and Fairbank doing a lot of work early. Andy?
Yeah, he's a tremendous worker, you know, back home for the Bradford club. He's, you know, he's a real worker. He'll be pushing for the test place.
Nice take there from the fullback, Wilkinson. Steady under that high ball. Great Britain coming away with it there through Case. Wigan prop. And once again, Western Division have been caught offside. So another relieving penalty going England's way. Just looking through the side here too, Andy, quite a bit of combination out there in the backs when they start to run the ball a little bit. Three players, both the centres, and Martin Offia, of course, all from the Widnes Club.
Yeah, they've had you know, they're the league champions back home, and they've had a tremendous season. We're looking for big things from them three today.
Dell getting up to play it back, looking for runners. There's Case, caught down low there by Gibson. But once again, Western Division have been penalised inside the 5. And a player down injured there.
Brian Case.
So no score on the board at the moment after 8 minutes of play. Okay, Andy Curry there taking the kick for the line. Brian Case back up on his feet. Let's see what the Great Britain side can do with it now. Waddell charging into the Western Division forwards. Gibson and McNally, the two props there to hold his progress. A little bit of misunderstanding there with Groves. Western Division coming up with the ball. Michael Peachy taking it away, but a knock-on being ruled. Not a popular decision with the crowd either. And a little bit of fisticuffs in back play. Paul Hume in there, and he must definitely be a big chance of the next test, Andy.
Yeah, he was a late replacement, and the first game he played half-back. His true position is in the second row, and he'll be looking for the test spot.
Okay, Western Division ball once again now. Wilfred Williams again. Taking it up, runs straight away there into Paul Hume. A very big crowd here, of course, at Wade Park for this match, and certainly getting their money's worth early on. Neil Moy decides to try and weave his way through there, but Ellery Hanley there to help stop him. Plays it forward. And penalty going Western Division way. Ellery Hanley not standing straight on at the marker there. And so he's been ruled offside. Rob Clark taking his time with this penalty shot. And Rob Clark, of course, plays for the Orange Sims Club. So he should know this ground pretty well. Moves into it. Well, it's certainly got the height okay. And up go the flags, so the first points on the board going to Western Division. They now lead by 2 points to 0. 11 minutes of play gone. Feed through forward. It's out their way. Hanley decides the dummy, goes himself. Defence power in over the top though. Rob Clark in there, also Neil Moy coming in to finish off. Mike Gregory looking for runners, finds Wilkinson halfway through a gap. Mike Smith there to bring him down though. Forward, Peter Hume. He stopped this time. Some good defence once again from the Western Division. Very keen to tackle at this stage. Steve Casey there. Also with Mal Fitzgerald, the two Lithgow Workmen's Club teammates. Wilfred Williams knocking that one back. Tries to run round Gregory. Hanley's there to eventually peg him off as he runs cross field. Michael Peachy. Macquarie second rower. Good strong runner. Big Fenn. Gibson now charging it ahead. Both sides though were very keen to move up the defence, tackling strongly. McAnally and three Great Britain forwards in there to bring him down. Clark back inside to Mark Smith. Mark Smith straight up the middle. Arms off one player, still going. Has Douglas in support, goes the other way. Finally gets the ball to Steve Casey. Casey though run down by Martin Afire. Good play from Western Division. Still trying to move that ball quickly. Mick Sluker going himself, looking to get the pass away. Gets it inside to Rob Clark. But penalty going Great Britain's way. The pass there eventually from Luca to Rob Clark being ruled as forward. Constructive play there from Western Division, and Andy Gregory wipes a bead of sweat from his forehead.
Yeah, there'd be a bit of slack tackling there from the lads, but you know, they got back well, and that kick from Andy Curry has just put a bit of pressure off us.
Western Division, they had the chance there, of course, possibly just a little bit of panic there, trying to force that extra pass, but some very constructive play indeed. Waddell manages to get the ball away. That could have been fractionally forward too, but play on, says referee Robinson. Out there the far side to Gibson, shows a good step, and finally brought down by his opposite number in Rob Newman. Forward, jinking little run down the middle. It's Hanley outside him. Gibson coming in off his wing, beats 1-2 tackles, loses the ball, and Western Division have come up with it. Play it. It's Gibson once again, and penalty going Western Division way. This time Great Britain caught up inside the 5. The referee Robinson being extremely strict with that. Wants to keep these two sides apart to keep the game open. So it's Western Division now back on the attack. Have to be taken midway between the half and Great Britain quarter. Luca looking for runners. Newman decides to finally take it up. Tries to bust his way through the middle. But strong defence from the two Great Britain prop forwards. Now Michael Peachy, good low tackle there from Waddell. Gibson. And again, Great Britain have been penalised for getting up too quick. And this is an easy 2 points possibly for Rob Clark. Shot right in front. Clark once again taking his time. Andy, just a few too many penalties being given away by your side at the moment.
Yeah, it's you know, we was in a good position under the sticks not a couple of minutes ago, and 2 free kicks have ended up. You know, we're back on our own line, and with the first kick, this fella kicked over. We can't afford to give him too many free kicks.
Up goes the linesman flag once again. So Western Division off to a great start. 20 minutes of play gone in the first half, and it's now 4 points to 0.
Which station wagon has the biggest load space in the 2-litre class? Holden Chimera, top of its class.
If you're looking for a pre-owned caravan or mobile home, caravan spares and accessories, caravan service and repairs, a hire caravan, repairs to caravan fridges, a range of caravan annexes, hire equipment, or Seal Guard puncture safe protection, then call into Forbes Caravans, the caravan specialists of the Central West. Forbes Caravans.
The simple pleasures of meeting with family or friends are all the reasons you need to make an occasion of any gathering at the Dubbo RSL Club. Dine in comfort at the club restaurant. Enjoy the facilities at the new club bistro. All catered functions such as weddings and 21sts are handled with professional ease. Local and international artists perform regularly at the club, making it a most popular venue for friends and family. The Dubbo RSL Club, Wingewarra Street. Phone 824411 for bookings.
Great Britain scrum win. Gibson coming in off the wing. Worked that well with Gregory. It's forward, should I say. Now Mike Gregory taking it up. Looking for a gap. Mike Gregory still heading towards the line, losing the ball. Bad luck there for Great Britain. Mike Gregory heading for the line. Looked as though he was over, but just lost the ball in the tackle. And another chance gone begging. Now looking to get this ball to get away from their own line. Douglas wrapped up straight away there by Ford. Peachy. More there to bring him down, however. Bill McAnally. Mike Gregory along with Carl Fairbank there halts his progress. Gibson. He takes play now out to the quarter line. Luca looking for a big kick downfield. Wilkinson back in position for it. He fields it just near his own quarter line. There's Ford in support. Once again just slipping a little bit there, and met by Steve Casey. Ford out there in the centres once again, Darren Wright. Just a little knock on there as he got up to play that ball. Well spotted by referee Robinson. The scrum now to be set 12 metres inside the Great Britain half. Western Division with a chance to go on the attack again. Very tight first half so far, just 4-0 the score, 2 penalty goals to Rob Clark. Rod Frail coming to make the extra man in the line. Slammed to the ground though by Hanley. Also Waddell in there, who's been working extremely well in defence. Wilkinson time along with Gregory. Al Fitzgerald trying to weave his way through, gets it parts away, it's gone loose. Rob Clark dives on it. Moy from dummy half. Peachy, dummies. Met this time by Waddell. To hold his progress yet again. Mark Smith. Rob Clark. Hanley though wraps his opposite number up very quickly. Gibson gets the ball up high. Wilkinson goes high and takes that ball magnificently once again though. He's taken a couple of very good high balls in this match so far. Groves. Gibson looks back inside for Groves. Has he got the legs to go on with this? Gibson looking good in chase there is Neil Moy, but Moy's not going to be able to catch him. And the hooker in Paul Groves goes in for Great Britain's first try. Really, it's a try that came from nothing, Andy.
Yeah, I think he stepped back here where I think Michael Gregory got a tremendous ball out to Carl Gibson. And, you know, some of our lads are capable of going to length and field, as we've just shown there.
Yes, Groves showed exceptional pace there for hooker. Neil Moy coming across in cover, but he was never really going to get to him. And Groves going in for a very good try for the Great Britain side. And that levels it up at 4-all. Moving into this one, but flagged away. So the score remains unchanged. Great Britain 4, Western Division 4. Groves down to Waddell. Also a strong defence. Bill McAnally and Ross Gibson combining. Ford there for Fairbank. Beats one. Just beat the tackle though of Douglas and Luca. Gregory looking for the run around with Ford. Hanley out there in the centres to Currier. And possibly lost the ball in the tackle, Currier. Western Division coming up with it. Mark Smith with the ball. Fitzgerald. Left those straight away though by Fairbank. Also Case. Neil Moy does a bit of a juggling act to get the ball back inside to McAnally. He's brought down from behind though eventually by Ford. Gibson charging at that defence once again. He takes play to the halfway line. Not the last 5 minutes of this first half. Steve Casey with the clearing kick. Al Gibson on the far wing now has it well covered. He's run his way out of trouble, but good defence there from Rob Clark brings him down. Ford again from dummy half. Wilkinson. Very solid fullback Wilkinson. Taking a couple of very good high kicks today. And they made some strong runs as well. Now Case. Bumps off Michael Peachey's tackle. 3 Western Division players there once again. Fitzgerald, Gibson. Also Moy bring him down. Long ball out there to Hanley, looking for Mike Gregory. Did well to hang on to that ball. Still going, gets his pass away, Gregory. And then to Wilkinson. Strong run from Wilkinson, takes play once again inside the Western Division half. Ford, little stab kick for the touchline, and it's a good kick indeed with a gain there of about 15 metres. Just back downfield, Mike Gregory just getting some attention. He's had a very big part in this first half, Gregory. So for something too serious. Right, Western Division now coming away with it. Frail. Wilkinson up there to meet him. 2 fullbacks meeting head on. Moy takes play to just outside the Western Division quarter. Penalty going to Western Division though, against David Hume there. Should I say Paul Hume, for not getting off the tackle player. Lucas' kick is not going to find the touchline. Fire back there for Great Britain. Bad mistake there from Western Division. It's possibly going for a little bit too much ground. Oh, swinging arm there from Gibson has gone unnoticed by referee Robinson. Ford, Waddell. Gets the ball away, loose pass. Groves there to clean it up, however. Hanley, Gregory, out there in the centres once again. At the Gibson on the wing. Gibson beats one tackler. Still going down the sideline. Hanley outside. Hanley charging for the line. They won't stop him. Ellery Hanley running around to go in underneath the post. Great Britain's second try. Team captain, Ellery Hanley. Once again, a situation there of Great Britain with too many numbers out wide. Good play early on there from Mike Gregory. Carl Gibson once again involved as he was in the first try. And Ellery Hanley there to finish off and beats the tackler in the in-goal area and goes off to score behind the posts. Conversion successful by Andy Currier. So that was the lead that Great Britain really wanted, Andy.
Yeah, it was just on half time, and it was a tremendous try. That's what Ellery Hanley, he's good at, and he did exceptionally well, I thought, to get behind the sticks.
So half-time siren has gone, and with that try just right near the bell, Great Britain leading half-time by 10 points to 4.
Monday on a country practice.
See it? I mean, what does it sound like?
Naked fear grips the valley.
It was definitely
Has Esme
the Wandon Valley werewolf.
uncovered the haunting ground
Over there!
of a vicious man-eating beast?
It got me last night.
Is Cookie the first victim?
If there was an antidote. To what? The Wandon Valley werewolf.
Will he turn into a vicious beast?
The teeth, the nails?
Don't worry, I won't bite you, mate.
A country practice, Monday.
Get a taste of the wild at the Western Plains Zoo at Dubbo. Experience the wild animals of the world in a natural environment from the comfort of your car, on a bike, or on foot, all at the one location, the huge 300-hectare Western Plains Zoo, Dubbo.
Jim Craig is back for the woman he loves. It's not going to be easy.
You've been away too long, Craig. You're not welcome here, Craig.
Things change. You should go back to where she belongs.
A Man from Snowy River 2. An adventure that will take your breath away. And a love story that will steal your heart.
Don't miss it at Dubbo, Barradine, Warren, Coonabarabran, Walgett, Coonamble, Forbes, Blaney, Bathurst, Gilgandra, Coolar and Molong.
Phil Robertson checks with both captains, whistles time on for the second half. So we rejoin play with the score, as we said, 10 points to 4. Great Britain in front with that converted try just before half-time to Ellery Hanley. Well, Andy, how did you see the first half?
I thought, the defences, I thought on both sides was, really good. Our lads, I think they decided, not to take them up in the middle and, get the ball wide.
Okay, Western Division coming away with it just short of their quarter line there. Ross Gibson plays it back to Mitch Luca. Steve Casey with the downfield kick. But once again, we find Ian Wilkinson perfectly positioned. He's had a good game indeed. Swings the ball wide up there to a fire. Comes back in field, plenty of toe. This man, if he can get away from the defence, which he has so far. Looking for support once again, still running around the defence. Heading for the corner, Martin to fire, and he's over. Well, what a start to the second half of Great Britain. And shows you some of the brilliance of Martin Afire, isn't he happy about that one? He taken the ball back there after a good take from Wilkinson, has come back in field, stepped around 3 or 4 different lots of defenders, again beaten the defence. Set sail for the corner, looked like he was going to be caught, but finally for the corner, the big dive, and he wasn't half happy about that one. Well, a great start there, Andy, to the second half.
Yeah, tremendous. We've just scored like 2 tries in the space of 2 minutes, basically, and, Martin Afire just showed, how dangerous he is when he gets the ball.
Andy Currier taking his time, kicking from the sideline. It's not a bad-looking kick. A great kick from Andy Currier. Converts Martin Afire's try. That moves the score now on to 16 points to 4. Lee Douglas. Bob Frail coming to make the extra man. Turns it back inside to Mark Smith. Outside to Frail once again. With a fire there to bring him down. Western Division, though, Wilfred Williams from dummy half. Fire and Currier, though, hold his progress. Neil Moy bounces off one, turns the ball back inside. It's gone loose, though. Ross Gibson looking to get his arm free, gets a pass away. Again, the ball's gone loose, and a knock-on once again to be ruled. Western Division, possibly it's a little bit of panic there. metres away from the Great Britain line. Mike Gregory coming away with it. Puts the ball on finally there to Carrier. He plays it back now to Ford in a dummy half, looking for runners. Finds it there in Fairbank. Great Britain running it away from their 22-metre line. Oh, beautiful ball inside there. And Waddell taking play up just 10 metres short now of the halfway line. Great ball skills now being exhibited by the Englishman. Popping up some nice passes. Fairbank there finally brought down. Great Britain side though moving forward. Gregory Ford, little chip kick over the top for his winger. Oh, bounce just going past a fire on this occasion, but Great Britain still going away with it. And coming up there, Andy Carrier. And try easily scored. A little bit of confusion there, the ball going loose. And finally Andy Carrier picking it up. And an unimpeded run to the line. Steve Hall, the Western Division coach there now with a few problems. Also Athol Fitzgerald, team manager, as Andy Carrier makes no mistake converting his own try. Moves the score now on to 22 points to 4. And that's more of a cushion that you would have liked, Andy.
Yeah, I don't know what Mal Valley said to the lads at our time, but they've certainly come out, with plenty of fire and a bit of luck there. Michael Ford, nice little kick over the top, and for the first time on tour so far I can remember, we've had a bit of luck, with the bounce.
Mike Gregory once again running it up as he has all match. Neil Moore there to bring him down along with Lee Douglas. Case, he knows one way to go, this fellow, straight forward. Plays it back now for Groves. Dummy there finds his front row partner in Waddell. He's also had a top game. There once again by Currier downfield. Bouncing up there for Rod Frail, but Frail makes a mess of that one. Knocking it forward, just outside his own quarter. A few words exchanged there. Linesman called in. Referee was just asking for a little bit of advice on an incident that may have happened back downfield. Some players being called out, Mike Gregory being spoken to there. Time off is referee Robinson. And I missed that end. I don't know if you picked anything up in back play at all.
I don't really know what's happened. The linesman seems to have left the field.
So just a slight halt in play here. 22 points to 4, the score at the moment. Time on once again. The mystery that last few moments. The linesman disappeared into the dressing sheds for a while. It came out with nothing different. Back to the action now. Scrum being set just about 5 metres outside the Western Division quarter. Mike Ford to feed. Great Britain scrum win. Hanley. Wilkinson coming in to make the extra man the line. Rob Clark and Steve Casey there to bring him down though. Western Division trying to keep the Great Britain side out. They've really had their momentum rolling. Fire. Al Fitzgerald though puts him to ground. Case. Plays it down centre field. Groves forward. Mike Gregory, little stutter through, looking to get the ball away, which he does. Finds Fairbank. Back to half forward. Gibson out here in the ring tries to beat him, but a good tackle there indeed by Rod Newman, right round the ankles. Hanley, Currier, managed to get his pass away. I think it's been touched. 6 to go, says referee Robinson. Mike Gregory comes up with it. He's popping up everywhere. Forward, little stab kick towards the corner. Rod Frail back there to field though. It's a pass back to Wilfred Williams. He's pulled down 8 metres away from his own line. Gibson, Lamb to the ground. McAnally, country player, now playing with Trangy. A number of seasons with Dubbo Sims. Some good play here once again from Western Division. Mitch Luger. It's caught there by Case. Gibson looking to get the ball away to Lee Douglas, which he does. Douglas in turn gets it on to Rod Frail. Now this boy's got plenty of toe. Looking for support back inside. Finds it there in Mal Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald heading for the post. Gets a pass back inside. It's come off Mike Ford. And coming up with a try, Neil Moy. So Western Division first try on the board. And what a try it was indeed. Well, some good play earlier on back downfield by Rossi Gibson. Lee Douglas also involved there. Mal Fitzgerald eventually getting the ball, going for a scamper for the line. Looks like he's going to make it himself. Decides to turn the pass back inside to Moy. Mike Gregory, though, there tried to pull off the intercept. The ball rebounds off him, though. And Moy comes up with a try right between the post to put Western Division right back in the game. Rob Clark, got study of concentration there, keeps the head low. Puts that one through without any problems whatsoever. So, well done there by Western Division. That moves the score back up to 22 points to 10. And once again makes a game of it, Andy.
It does, yeah. Well, lads had a tremendous start with the 2 tries early on, but, you know, full credit to Western Division. That try, you know, really was something special.
Maybe the situation here, what we were talking about before, referee Robinson doing a bit of hobbling there at the moment. And Bill Foran from Orange coming on to take over. Looks like Mr. Robinson's pulled possibly a hamstring or a knee injury there. Bit of a change. Okay, Bill Foran, it turns out, is going to take over one of the lines. And another Orange referee, and Peter Ryan is now the referee. So you don't often see referee substituted these days,
no,
but no players injured. The referee this time.
Referee's injured,
Peter Ryan, now a very experienced referee. 6 to go for Western Division. Neil Moy, the try scorer, coming up with it. Gets a pass away. But Mr. Ryan said no, he'd ask him to play it. So the scrum to go down. And a good round of applause there for referee Phil Robinson as he goes off into the dressing shed. It's just a pity to see an injury like that. But the game goes on. Mike Ford with a feed for Great Britain. Swings it out now to Hanley. Works a run around there with Currier. Hanley palms off one, but Rob Clark comes at him again, but still gets his pass back inside to Currier. And Currier brought down 10 metres out with a good tackle from behind there by Steve Casey. Ford looking for runners, finds Case. Back out for Ford, loose ball, but he's got it there. Floats a pass out there to a Fire. A Fire heading for the corner, and he's over. Martin Afire, his second try of the match. Just too much pace there for the Western Division side. Some good ball work from the Great Britain side. Loose pass there early on, though. Ford picking it up. Ball swung wide and finally out there to the man they call Chariots of Fire and over in the corner. Andy Currier's kick. This one, though, has come well off the side of the boot. So 26 points to 10, the score remains.
In Home and Away, father against son.
I had hoped you might have grown out of these childish little games.
And mother in between.
There are a lot of things about you I don't understand. But I do know when you're lying.
Alan reveals the tragic reason for his stormy homecoming.
There's something you should know.
Bobby resorts to emotional blackmail.
You've got the hots for him. Admit it!
If you're trying to make me jealous...
Get real. You can waste all the time you like. I'm gonna have some fun.
Billy Sue and Jill Sue of the famed Hang Seng restaurant in Blaney invite you to experience their traditional style Chinese cuisine. Authentic dishes, usually only prepared in capital city Chinatowns, are always available at the Hang Seng, and they're made from only the freshest local produce. Given the Hang Seng's friendly atmosphere and special prices, any gathering can become a celebration. Discover the real taste of China at the Hang Seng Chinese restaurant in Blaney, open 7 days.
Now in Dubbo. While you wait, our laser photocopier will take a copy of any regular size photo and enlarge it up to A3 size in full colour for just $6. At Dubbo Secretariat Colour Copy Shop, we can copy from your prints, slides, paintings or posters. Make up a collage of photos to send to relatives. Have your favourite photos made into placemats. See it to believe it at Dubbo Secretariat Colour Copy Shop, 15 Church Street, Dubbo, next to the taxi rank.
Player warming up down there in the sideline, David Hume. Test 5'8". Great Britain possibly getting ready to make a change. Cheer goes up in the crowd also as possibly a change coming on for Western Division. Danny Stam, as you can see there with a big smile on his face. And an appreciative cheer from the crowd. Right, back with the action now. Mark Smith, a block-busting run down the centre, trying to get the ball away, but just can't get it away from his chest. Play though down on the Great Britain quarter. Lee Douglas trying to go through a gap, but it closes very quickly there. Fairbank holding the progress, along with Paul Hume. Michael Peachy. Over there also. Great Britain coming up with it now. Fairbank just outside the quarter. Groves, Case. He's been a real workhorse this afternoon.
Yeah, he's put in a tremendous amount of work, and he's had a real top game.
Hanley looking to offload, does so, gets it back to Currier. It's brought down there by Smith. Forward, slips. Clark. Currier once again for the kick. Wilfred Williams back there for it. As Rod Frail with him decides to go himself, though. Williams launches himself there at Carl Fairbank. Rod Frail, good low tackle though by centre Darren Wright, halts his progress. Mal Fitzgerald with a break down the centre. Fitzgerald looking for support. No one going with him, however. Finally, Wilkinson stops him, along with assistance there from Groves, the hooker. Western Division now, what can they do with it? Rob Clark out through Stephen Case in the centre, decides to take play back in field. Case, along with Paul Hume there to stop his progress. Ross Gibson, one-handed, unloads the ball. But Darren Wright there to dive on it for Great Britain. Once again, a change of possession. Bell, bullocking type of player. Both of these props have worked tirelessly this afternoon. Kick once again forward. Rod Frail, the Blaney fullback back there for it. Frail breaks through the first line of defence. Rod Frail, he's got plenty of pace, looking for support inside. Gets it back inside there to Rob Clark, but he's run down there by Carl Gibson. Good play once again from Western Division. And 5 minutes in the sin bin there for Carl Gibson for that late tackle. Back with Western Division still attacking strongly. Rod Frail down, injured in back play, but Western Division on the attack once again. They're only about a metre or two out. Penalty going Western Division's way. Making the quick tap. Out here to Michael Peachy. He ducks inside the defence and Peachy's over. Michael Peachy comes up for the try for Western Division. Inserted pressure there for quite some time. The penalty in the end going to Western Division's way. They decide to take the quick tap out through Lee Douglas. Michael Peachy steps there back inside the defence and crosses for a much-needed try. So one Blaney player replaced by another Blaney player. There's Frail there now. A little bit rubbery-legged after that knock after a good break he made too. So Rod Frail off, Danny Stammers on. Rob Clark moving in for this kick. Looks good off the boot once again, and it is. So score now 26 points to 16. He's been a player I've been quite impressed with. Andy is David Hume in the Test match.
Yeah, he's back home. He plays half-back. You know, he's a very versatile player, and he's you know, he's really excelled on tour so far.
Okay, Western Division right back into this game, trail by 10 points. Another converted try would make this a great finish. Still about 18 minutes to go in the match. As Mark Smith takes it ahead. Strong run, Bill McAnally, but met with some equally good defence there by Brian Case and also Hugh Waddell. Michael Peachy, the try scorer, takes play inside the Great Britain half. Western Division, the last big effort here. Some good play once again. Fitzgerald popping up the pass there for Gibson. Moy gets it outside, well handled there by Wilfred Williams. Trying to run down the defence, but the replacement player there, David Hume, brings him down. Kick off the side of the boot there by Mitch Luca, but the ball's bounced back Western Division's way. Back out here, Moy back to cover it up. He'll put the boot to it once again. Drives it straight back downfield, but maybe a little bit too deep and out over the dead ball line. Grabs with the tap. Case. Is it Waddell, should I say? Loses the ball though on the tackle. Neil Moy coming up with it. Noise straightening it back up, back inside to Clark, but Rob Clark knocking it on. Scrum though now going down. 8 metres outside the Great Britain quarter, just off centre field. Scrum win there to Western Division. Lee Douglas caught by Wilkinson. Western Division on the attack yet again. Peachy turns it back inside there to McAnally. Good strong run from Bill McAnally. Western Division now about 12 metres out. Gibson looking to get the pass away, does so. Gets it back inside there to Luca. He's now only about 5 metres out. Douglas, Gibson back inside to Peachy. Peachy once again heaves the line, gets the pass out, and Wilfred Williams is over. Western Division strike back yet again. Very appreciative crowd here once again. A good try. Some concerted pressure once again from Western Division. And Michael Peachy once again involved. Looked like going over himself. Managed miraculously to get a one-handed pass away there. And Wilfred Williams on hand to touchdown. And that makes it a very interesting finish now. 26 points to 20. And the conversion shot from Rob Clark yet to come. Carl Gibson there just waiting on the sideline to come back on after his 5-minute stint in the sin bin. Rob Clark, meantime, lining up this very important kick. This will make it only 4 the difference if he can pilot this one over. Doesn't look too bad off the bit, but flagged away. So 26 points to 20 the score remains. A converted try for Western Division will tie it all up. Luca takes the tap straight around there to Rob Newman. He's brought down about 15 metres out. Fitzgerald Very good runs today, Mal Fitzgerald. Mark Smith. He's hard to stop at any time. Lee Douglas. Division right in the attack, right in front of the post. Ross Gibson charging towards the line, tries to get his pass away. Can't get the ball free. Luca at dummy half. Floats the pass out to Michael Peachy. He's running back in across field. Still only about 8 metres out. Ross Gibson looking there for Rob Clark. Clark charging his way towards the line. Balls have been dropped over the line. Like Lee Douglas coming through there. So Great Britain now with a quick tap. Hugh Waddell. Fire. We saw him twist his way out early in the second half for a try. He's eventually brought down on the cricket pitch area, short of the halfway line. Case. Groves in a dummy half. Decides to chuck the little dummy, goes himself. Moy there to pick him off. David Hume gets the ball back inside to Hanley. Again, he throws the dummy. Still able to get the pass away. Waddell. Penalty going to Great Britain. Not getting off the tackle player, and possibly a little bit of a fist thrown in there as well. Steve Batty there from Canamble, just doing a few stretching exercises, warming up. And Mal Fitzgerald, it seems, coming from the field. Had a top game too, Mal Fitzgerald. We watch the kick from Currier. Up goes the linesman's flag, so that's an 8-point buffer now to Great Britain. Once again, a little sigh of relief from Andy Gregory.
Yeah. Western Division have really, since we got them 2 tries early on, they've really put a lot of pressure on us. And I'm just glad to see, them 2 points go through the sticks.
28-20 now. Only about 5 or 6 minutes left. Restart on the quarter line by Groves, looking for runners, finds it once again in Case, who has been there all day. And he may have really played himself into a test jumper.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with him today. He's took the ball up, he's tackled well. Proud of him today.
Groves from dummy half goes for a little scamper himself, but Batty's there over the top with Gibson underneath. Ross Gibson may have hurt a shoulder or an arm in that tackle. Williams looking for support. No one with him at this stage. Finally held. Should be a penalty to Western Division, yes. Call of hell was made there by referee Ryan. So David Hume there going on with the tackle, so penalty going Western Division's way. Okay, restart Gibson. Charging ahead, still going Ross Gibson. Makes a gain there of about 8 or 9 metres before he's finally slammed to his back. McAnally, front row partner. Both these two have taken the ball up all day. Mark Smith charging towards the line. Mark Smith's going to go over in between the posts. Mark Smith from Narrabri. Typical Mark Smith try that one. Bursting onto the ball, knocking defenders out of the road and forcing his way over between the posts. And that sets us up for a great finish. Some strong work done by the 2 prop forwards there early. And finally Mark Smith coming in with one of those powerful bursts that he's renowned for, and a good reward for him underneath the post. 28 points to 24. Rob Clark taking his time with this shot. It's right in front. He should be able to steer this one over without too many problems, which he does. So just 2 points in it now. We're inside the last 5 minutes. 26 to Western Division, 28 Great Britain. What a finish we're in for. Restart from Currier. No doubt he's going to try and drive this one fairly deep. Batty takes it for Western Division. Good run. Takes play just back up short of the quarter line. McAnally. Steve Hall there on the edge of his seat, as is all the Western Division contingent. Can they pull off a miraculous victory? And it's been quite a comeback from the local side, Andy.
He sure has, yeah. But the second half, we got such a good start, but, you know, a few of us have seemed to have lost our way a bit. But I'm glad the fella there just dropped the ball, and hopefully we can do something from the scrum.
Ray Ryan wants it set again. Scrum win against the feed. Lee Douglas coming away with it there for Western Division. Moy from dummy half. Makes a gain of about 6 metres. Plays it forward. Still going Moy. And he's taken play now just short of the halfway line. Western Division. About 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock. Gibson. Slips a one-handed pass away beautifully, half volleyed there by Newman. Newman takes on Gibson. And finally taking it over the sideline though. Strong play from Western Division. Great Britain now desperately hanging on. Ball has been won by Great Britain, and penalty going their way against Western Division for twisting that scrum. So that might be just about the ball game now, I think. But none of this 5,000 plus strong crowd have left the ground as yet. They've been treated to some great football this afternoon. Right, Groves. Great Britain now obviously is going to take that ball up, try and use up a bit of time. Case, as he has all afternoon, going straight up the middle. Waddell still going. He's had a strong game also. Been hard to separate these two Great Britain front rowers. Forward, back to Hanley. Hanley trying to duck inside. Standing in the tackle like a colossus. Unable to get the pass away, however. Fairbank. Luca wrestles him to the ground with some assistance there from McAnally. Forward. Little stab for the sideline. And a good kick indeed there from the Great Britain halfback. Time almost up. And there goes the siren in the background. So Great Britain have come out victors in this match. A very tight game in the end, 28-26. Andy Gregory, your quick thoughts on it?
Yeah, I thought it was, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. Both sides, you know, the tackling was tremendous. And, you know, full play to Western Division. They seemed to be out a bit straight after our time, but they came back in tremendous fashion.
Tremendous game indeed. My thanks once again to Andy Gregory. Just repeating that final score. Great Britain 28, Western Division 26.
Well, a match certainly worth remembering there. A great fight back from Western Division in the second half. Just that final score once again, Great Britain 28 defeating Western Division 26. The scorers in the match for Great Britain, Martin Afire scored 2 tries, while 1 each went to Paul Groves, Andy Currier and Ellery Hanley, while Andy Currier landed 4 goals. For Western Division, Neil Moy, Michael Peachy, Wilfred Williams and Mark Smith all crossed for tries, and Rob Clark landed 5 goals.
Eddinghausen, McGaw, Watson, Speechless.